There's an empty passenger seat where your shadow used to stay. I still catch myself turning like you're gonna smile my way. The road keeps stretching forward, but sometimes I slow it down, 'cause every mile reminds me of the love we left behind. I filled the tank before sunrise, coffee sitting in the cup. The engine started coughing like it didn't want to wake up. I pulled away from that old house with the radio turned low. There was something about that morning that made it hard to go. Your old jacket's in the backseat, I should have taken it inside, but I keep finding little reasons to keep you along for the ride. There's a photograph beneath the visor, faded from the sun. I keep telling myself I'm healing, but some days I know I'm not. The highway doesn't ask questions, the road don't know my name, but every mile between here and home still remembers yesterday. There's an empty passenger seat, and it feels like you're still there. I hear your voice inside the silence, feel your fingers through my hair. I've got miles beneath these tires, I've got nowhere I should be, but the hardest road I've ever driven is the one you're not with me. That empty passenger seat says more than words could ever say. I learned how to keep driving, but I never learned how to make you stay. We used to chase the sunset past the edge of county lines. You'd put your feet up on the dashboard, and I'd tell you we had time. We never counted minutes, never worried about the clock. We thought the road would keep us young, and our love would never stop. Now the same old fields look different, or maybe I've just changed. The barn still stands beside the highway, but nothing feels the same. There's a diner at the crossroads where we used to stop at night. I passed it twice last weekend before I found the nerve to drive. I can memorize this conversation, the things we didn't say. Two hearts standing in the doorway, both too proud to make a change. You said maybe we'd be better if we went our separate ways. I nodded like I understood, but I didn't understand that day. I watched you walk toward the driveway, watched you disappear inside. Then I sat behind that steering wheel and let the whole world pass me by. Some goodbyes don't sound like endings, some endings don't feel real. Sometimes you don't know what you've lost until you finally feel the wheel. There's an empty passenger seat, and it still carries your name. Every sunset through the windshield brings me back to you again. I've got songs inside the speakers, but they don't sound right to me, 'cause every melody feels different with nobody riding next to me. That empty passenger seat has become my quiet friend. It reminds me where I've been and everything I couldn't mend. I stopped blaming you for leaving, stop blaming me for staying. Some things break between two people without either one betraying. Sometimes love is real and honest and still can't make it through. That's the hardest truth I've learned. You can love somebody and still lose them too. Maybe someday somebody will sit beside me there. Maybe I'll laugh without comparing every smile to yours again. Maybe I'll take another long road with another hand in mine. Maybe I'll finally understand that moving on isn't leaving lose behind. You were a chapter, not the whole book. You were a road, not the destination. So I pulled back onto the highway. The rain had disappeared, the sunset painted gold across the windshield in front of me. For the first time in a long time, I didn't look toward the empty seat. I looked toward the road. There's an empty passenger seat, taught me more than I can say. Sometimes losing who you love is how you find your way. So I'll keep these wheels turning, let the highway carry me. There's an empty seat beside me, but there's finding the road for who I'm meant to be. The radio plays softly, the sun is sinking low. The road keeps running forward, and now I'm ready to go. There's an empty passenger seat. There's an empty passenger seat where your shadow used to stay. I still catch myself turning like you're gonna smile my way. The road keeps stretching forward, but sometimes I slow it down, 'cause every mile reminds me of the love we left behind. I filled the tank before sunrise, coffee sitting in the cup. The engine started coughing like it didn't want to wake up. I pulled away from that old house with the radio turned low. There was something about that morning that made it hard to go. Your old jacket's in the backseat, I should have taken it inside, but I keep finding little reasons to keep you along for the ride. There's a photograph beneath the visor, faded from the sun. I keep telling myself I'm healing, but some days I know I'm not. The highway doesn't ask questions, the road don't know my name, but every mile between here and home still remembers yesterday. There's an empty passenger seat, and it feels like you're still there. I hear your voice inside the silence, feel your fingers through my hair. I got miles beneath these tires. I got nowhere I should be. But the hardest road I've ever driven is the one you're not with me. That empty passenger seat says more than words could ever say. I learned how to keep driving, but I never learned how to make you stay. We used to chase the sunset past the edge of county lines. You put your feet up on the dashboard and I'd tell you we had time. We never counted minutes, never worried about the clock. We thought the road would keep us young and our love would never stop. Now the same old fields look different, or maybe I've just changed. The barn still stands beside the highway, but nothing feels the same. There's a diner at the crossroads where we used to stop at night. I passed it twice last weekend before I found the nerve to drive. I remember our last conversation, the things we didn't say. Two hearts standing in the doorway, both too proud to make a change. You said maybe we'd be better if we went our separate ways. I nodded like I understood, but I didn't understand that day. I watched you walk toward the driveway, watched you disappear inside. Then I sat behind that steering wheel and let the whole world pass me by. Some goodbyes don't sound like endings. Some endings don't feel real. Sometimes you don't know what you've lost until you finally feel the wheel. There's an empty passenger seat and it still carries your name. Every sunset through the windshield brings me back to you again. I got songs inside the speakers, but they don't sound right to me. 'Cause every melody feels different with nobody right next to me. That empty passenger seat has become my quiet friend. It reminds me where I've been and everything I couldn't mend. I stopped blaming you for leaving, stop blaming me for staying. Some things break between two people without either one betraying. Sometimes love is real and honest and still can't make it through. That's the hardest truth I've learned. You can love somebody and still lose them too. Maybe someday somebody will sit beside me there. Maybe I'll laugh without comparing every smile to yours again. Maybe I'll take another long road with another hand in mine. Maybe I'll finally understand that moving on isn't leaving love behind. You were a chapter, not the whole book. You were a road, not the destination. So I pulled back onto the highway. The rain had disappeared, the sunset painted gold across the windshield in front of me. For the first time in a long time, I didn't look toward the empty seat. I looked toward the road. There's an empty passenger